What's up, Matt from Urchfab. This is going to be part 47 on the Mongrel weld. I know I said the last episode was part 47, but there's just too many parts to keep track of. So I'm just going to carry on from the last video and getting the rest of the tube work on the front end done. So this is going to be my lower bar. So this is just going to sit in there like that. Do is make a couple of little tabs which will just bolt through these bolt holes here on either side, and they'll weld onto here. So what I'll be able to do is just bolt this bar into the front panel here and then just make the rest of it up to fit. Right, before I go any further with that, I need to take the front off and get the engine in and just set the radiator in and just make sure that I haven't got to alter any of this before I go too far. So I need to get the front subframe in first. Shiny bits. This is from Dan at fast5.co.uk. It's like a thick core radiator. So go check him out if you need any MX5 cooling bits. He does some other stuff on his website. I'll put a link to his website in the description. Looking at it, I should have moved this bar forward another 20 mil. So it was touching this. I need to find out what height this filler cap needs to be in relation to the engine also. So I've moved this bar forward a little bit, and I've got this bar positioned just on its little brackets. It's just sitting on them, and I'm going to tack that in place now and then make these plates and do the bars that come down to meet that. Right, you've missed a bit. So my battery ran out. But I've got this sort of all tacked up. So I'm going to take all the front panels off now and fully weld everything. All this is doing is just making sure that this stays tight, because I haven't got room to get the drill in. I could do it on this side, but I can't do it on this side because that's in the way. Just to make sure that when I'm welding, it doesn't pull itself out or anything. And at any time you make something like this, you want to weld as much of it as you possibly can with it bolted in place. Because if I took this off now and welded everything up, it would never go back into the same locations, just because of how much everything will move around. And then, yeah, you want to let it fully cool so it's completely cold to the touch before you take it off. Right, so I've just been studying some MX5 pictures, and I was thinking that it kind of looked too low here, but on an MX5 the radiator actually sits probably about there, so they obviously don't get any troubles with circulation of the coolant or anything like that with the radiator being low. But so I'm going to mount it as high as I can get it and still be able to get that hose on and the intake tube. So I'll just make up some tabs for the bottom, get it sat in there, and just check that we can get both of those on, and then it'll just be a case of knocking up some little tabs for the top. So these rubbers just go over the top of those, like that. And then we just need to make some bolt-on tabs for the top, weld-on tabs for the bottom. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is make a tab which will just bolt on top of this, so it'll have to come out this way, and then we'll just have a little tab with a bolt hole in it here, and it'll bolt on, probably 2 holes to hold it, so it'll keep it straight so it can't sort of pivot forward. Little tab in behind there, couple of bolts, same on that side. Job's a good one. So that's the bit that's going to weld to the bar. So just wedge it on, weld that tab on to the bar, job done. So that worked out pretty sweet. I can still get one fan in, but the other one I can't. The other one is rotted away anyway. And looks like that's the main fan. This is like a secondary one. So I'll try that, see how we get on, and if it's getting hot I'll just get one of those like slimline. I think I've actually got one somewhere. One of the ones you just connect straight to the actual core of the radiator. But that worked out well. I used all the factory hoses, so I don't need to buy any hoses. I just shortened them down a little bit. I've cut these tabs off and welded them on 3 times. I did it the first time, and then I had to move the bar forward, and then when I welded them back on, I put them on top of the panel just to make life easier for welding. But then they were annoying me having them on top, and I wished I'd done it from underneath. So I ended up cutting them off again. Now I've welded them underneath again so you won't see them. Alright, so that is it for another day. So I'm just waiting for some bottom ball joints to turn up, and I'll be able to put all the front suspension together, and then can mount a wheel and then actually fit the wheel arches in the exact position where they need to go. I can't do that without having a wheel bolted on, so that'll probably be the next step, depending on when they turn up. Or I've still got the boot lip rust repair at the back to do, bonnet. So I think I might just mount the bonnet with some of these little clip pin things I've got, and I can always upgrade them to some bigger, better ones later on if they cause problems. But you know, I mean, they seem pretty good so far, so I'll probably just have 2 here, and then it's going to need something to support in the middle here, and then just 2 at the front. So yeah, not sure what I'll do for the next one, but that is going to be it for this one. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one.